you have a situation where you want to get married, you want to choose a marriage partner. You have to really know who you're dealing with. This terrible thing to see that one partner in the marriage goes off the derech big time, right? As an adult, you have children, everything, and suddenly your spouse no longer wants to keep Shabbos. And usually, by the way, if someone doesn't want to keep Shabbos, they don't want to keep the rest of the Torah. It's like they forget about kashrus, or either they're trying to keep kosher. If they're not keeping Shabbos, you can't trust the kosher, right? So it's a major tragedy when someone goes and then they're not keeping Shabbos. I understand that. What are you supposed to do about your kids? Your kids are with your spouse. Let's say half time, not even all the time. You get what is it? Uh, your guardian. You get the custodianship, custody. Okay, the Shomer Shabbos one gets custody. They still have to go to their dad. You know, one every other Shabbos, right, or something like that. What are they supposed to do? It's a very hard thing. Most important thing, know who you're marrying. Okay, having one partner go off the derech is something that there's no solution. There's nothing good about such a thing. And fighting and saying no tooth and nail, you know what? Totally remove the other person from your life. The law won't allow such a thing. You know, they're still in the kid's life. Well, you can live with it. I know, but for your kids, I know, but a lot of people break up. I'm talking about people who break up because this type of thing happens. Then you're stuck with kids. Yes, if you could somehow keep around the spouse who's not keeping Shabbos, I don't think you could do such a thing. If you could, yeah, but it doesn't really work out that way. So you have to find solutions. You really have to watch out. Too many children. You've seen this also. Too many children have this is their big test. They have one parent who's just not. That's it. Fine, I'll let you be culturally Jewish, but it's not like they're interested in Judaism anymore as a way of life. So that's a very difficult thing. We look forward to Messianic age. We look forward to people keeping halacha and tuma and tara and korbanos and building the base of mikdash. But life still goes on. We're still dealing with human beings, right? So the most important thing I tell the younger guys, you're already past this. Make sure you know who you're dealing with. What stability is such a wonderful thing to see. Look, like Chazal say, based on the pasuk in this week's parsha, it says Aaron's wife was whom? Elisheva bat Amidav achot Nachshon. It was Nachshon's sister. So that's important because we haven't heard about Nach. We're only going to hear about Nachshon as a person in Sefer Bamidbar, right? So what's going on? So it was this Elisheva bat Amidav achot Nachshon. So they say, well, Pshat is given by others saying that it's usually the brothers who help make shidduchim for their sisters. They arrange the marriage. That's why it's a lot of times. That's a Pshat like a Rashbam type of Pshat. Rashi says, Al Pi Chazal, if you want to marry a woman, look into her brothers. And also another thing is that women tend to marry men who are like their brothers. So Aaron went looking for a right family. Okay, the progenitors of the Messiah. So that was a good match. So you have to know you're looking for a marriage partner. Look into the family. If you see, you could find a girl who's, let's say, very good, right? But maybe she's like the black sheep of her family. She's like running away from her family in a weird way. She's like the rebel in her family. She has parents who are unstable. They're fighting all the time. They're divorced. They're not Shomer Shabbos. So that's not such a good sign unless she's really disconnected from them and she's resolved, I don't want to be like them. People I know went into a marriage where the intended partner had divorced parents, which is nothing wrong, by the way, something that's necessary. But she goes into the marriage with the idea that if it doesn't work out, at least I have a backup plan. At least we could divorce. If you go into a marriage like that it's doomed to failure, right? Get that out of your head. So that's one of the things you have to look for. You have to look if you see this inherent family stability. That's what Aaron was basically looking at. What's the family like? Right? There are some people come from perfect families, by the way, and they still go off the derech later in life. And there are people who came from unstable families, but they themselves have stability. I'm just saying this is an indicator. Right? You have to see how it influences a person. Does a person not want to be like that? Or a person he doesn't want to be like his parents who didn't set a good example, or Sometimes he wants to go against his parents' good example. You have to look out for this. Okay. Yes, you have to have. Yeah, but it's you have to have. You have to work with God. Can't jump in front of a bus. You know.
The first family, the first shidduch they get, that's what they.
No, I'm unaware of such a thing, and I probably didn't tell you such a thing. Briskers always take the first shidduch.
Yeah, that's how the Nazis got out of the place.
The Nazi?
Nazi.
Let's see. No,
He got out of
really. He was.
You don't know.
I know that he was related in the Tziv.
Yeah.
Okay, but and by the way, they were both Rosh Yeshiva, but it wasn't. I think there was a rivalry going there between Rav Chaim and the Tziv eventually. So we could shut this off. By the way, thank you very much.
Yeah, but that's how they picked the Nazi. The first shidduch offered.
Really? Okay, I'm unaware.